you know, which they're finding out that the raids on Mar-a-Lago of Trump's, a lot of it could be because he had information on this French president. And the reason it's important is because it's like people are like, who cares if he was a man, like whatever. It wouldn't matter except for a few things. Number one, his wife was 39 years old and he was 14 years old at a school when they got involved with each other. Number two, he's really a man. Number three, they lied about it. And then number four, Trump had information on it, and then Mar-a-Lago gets raided. So just all of it being so crazy and so horribly perverse, it's all connected, and so that's why it matters. But just, you know, just entertaining news, but also like very shocking and upsetting.
Everything else is too stressful.
Yeah. So that one was a little intense. I was watching that on the way to the game, and I was like, okay, I need to go back and watch more about just like the Blake Lively thing, because this is a lot to process.
This is too much for me.
But yeah, I just think it's been interesting because, you know, the author immediately backed Blake, all the actors on the film immediately backed Blake, and now they're kind of having to back up a little bit.
Are they backing up though, or are they just too prideful?
I don't know. Colleen Hoover completely disabled and deleted her Instagram account. And it's like, we can still find it. Like, it's like digital footprints. You can find anything.
If it's not out there, 1,000 other people have screenshotted it.
Yeah. I mean, like,
if you don't think you're getting screenshotted, don't get yourself.
No. I mean, like, there's this iconic rooftop scene in the book and the movie, supposedly. And she wanted to write it for it, and so she like wrote it and submitted it to him, and he was kind of lukewarm, like,
Colleen did, or Blake?
No, this was Blake Lively trying to be a part of the script.
Okay.
So she sends her idea to Justin, like, oh, look, this is what I have for this scene, and he's like, meh, okay, I don't know. Well, because of his lukewarm response, her ego immediately is furious, and so she writes in this email that Candace read on this thing, where she's basically, in no uncertain words, saying, my husband and T, the Taylor Swift, loved it. How dare, like, basically like, these famous people think it's amazing. Who are you? And so then he has to, you know, cave because everyone's scared of the star power.
How did it turn out in the movie?
But in his defense, he wants her to feel comfortable. He like wants to, like, he's one of those true, like, true feminist, not like a pretend feminist, but he is a true feminist who wants all the women to feel included. And so he submits to the press his voicemail, and everyone's like, oh my gosh, he's just like this little puppy who's truly like a good person trying to, you know, make all women be equal to. And so like everything he puts out just makes them look worse and worse and worse, and they have no response for it whatsoever.
I love that they don't think they're going to get all this.
Their only response is they want a gag order on him now, and it's like,
okay, but you also have to add who his PR team is now and who his lawyers are. Do you know who that is?
Oh, his lawyer now is, what's his name? Friedman?
The one that's connected to Johnny Depp.
Yeah. And he has to do with Johnny Depp's trial.
And he won.
And he won.
Yeah.
Oh,
so Johnny's on the other side of this one, isn't he?
He fired everyone.
Johnny Depp has nothing to do with this.
And Justin Baldoni did put all his money on this man.
Oh,
because he knows how to move mountains. Like, he's known in the biz. So
like his lawyer
even if he is morally right or wrong, my whole thing is like, whoever's backing you up, they know the equation. Yeah. They put the money where.
Yeah. If he wouldn't have taken it on if he wouldn't have seen. And in fact, what's weird is just today something came out because because so many people are invested in showing that he's innocent. They're going on their own because they're smart people. Like, they're going to Facebook and they're seeing when the smear campaign started happening against Justin, and they're proving that it was a smear campaign and that the sexual harassment thing is all false. And
so they really cover their tracks.
Candace is posting it, and then the law team of Justin Baldoni's watching Candace's show, getting her information and amending their lawsuit because she's basically winning the case for them because she's like,
$4.99.
She's like,
no, but these guys know who to partner up with. Is what I'm saying. Like, they know to be like, hey, let's release this video. Let's make sure this publication runs this. Let's make sure TMZ got in on it.
Oh yeah.
And he's like, "Will you testify
Yeah.
that they both
And
went
I think,
in?"
to be honest, I think like when you said how do Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds not realize that this is going to happen? When you are that narcissistic and entrenched in your own,
the world revolves around.
you literally, it is like you are incapable of thinking that you could be wrong or that you could
They
be.
100% believe themselves.
I think they do. I think not that they believe the lie, but they believe that they are.
I just don't think they put their money in
They're
the right
just-
place.
They are like they just think their star power will somehow set them free, or the fact she's
Don't
a woman
flatter
will
yourself. Should
somehow.
we send her a
Yeah.
sweatshirt?
Don't. Yes. But you know what's interesting is Candace was saying, she's like, look, Justin Baldoni and I, we could not agree politically on anything. She's like, I went on a deep dive of his Instagram, and he's like one of those truly like, I am just heartbroken for women. I'm going to like boost them up. She's like, no, he's for real. Most people are full of it, but he literally is like, women are just, like, it's not fair. So in his mind, it's probably a sad shock that he's realizing that some women are generally evil.
Yeah.
Not, most women aren't, but that's been sad. But just politically, she's like, we
He's
couldn't
going to change his tune now.
Yeah.
He's trying to save the women.
She's like, look, politically we could not be more different, but she's like, it almost feels like he's my cousin or something at this point. Where I'm like, look, what did she call
Wanna
it
come
today?
to
My
Thanksgiving?
my kombucha cousin. Like, I feel so bad for him because he's this genuinely really good guy, and we don't agree on anything. But I still like.
I hope he doesn't quit.
And
Like,
it's
we want him to
almost-
keep
yeah.
doing videos and
But
stuff.
it's almost like Candace is bringing, like, what did Paula say at dinner? Who knew Candace Owens would unite the right and the left? Like, who knew? Because so many people are like, yeah, it's not like it's this Republican joining with this Republican.
I think
he could
everyone's
not
just
be.
wanting to get involved to get off of that train for a minute, the political train. Like, get us
Yes,
off
we
of
just
something for a
have
minute.
we just have like very human, kind desires for the world, and that brings us together more than it divides
And we needed
us.
something to take away that for 5 minutes.
Yes, and so the fact that T Swift is trying to like back out of that, and the
Back
fact
it
that
up, T, put it in reverse.
which Candace Owens made the best point. She was like, look, Taylor Swift, you're 35 years old. Enough with the Easter eggs. Enough with trying to completely take down every ex-person. And I know that her fan group loves the Easter eggs, but it's like at some point you
I
have
don't
to
even
just
know what
grow
the
up.
Easter eggs are, so
It
I better
means
go
like
watch it.
it means like when, like, say she breaks up with Joe Alwyn and then she writes a bunch of songs that reference things that her fan base can then go in and see what she's talking
Yeah.
about. It's all just like this vague. Everything that Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively are doing is just very, very.
Why do they call it the Easter egg? I don't get the reference.
Because it's been like that forever.
Because I know
in
that she
culture.
always writes.
Yeah, but it's like
Okay.
it's like on a Marvel movie when they put something in there that has to do with something else. It's called an Easter egg.
Okay.
Or like when you're reading a book and something is from a different book and it's called an Easter egg. That's just the
I
term
would
for
just
it.
think it was like a foreshadow.
It is, but it's also referencing past stuff, present stuff,
Okay.
future stuff.
I'm
That's
not that she,
all
guys.
encompassing. It's an Easter egg.
Okay, well.
That's now you know.
Random fun
Yeah.
fact I learned today.
Please
Tell me I'm old without
please,
telling me
yes,
I'm old.
but please go watch these things so we can discuss with Paula in detail.
Yes, I will.
They're pure
I
entertainment.
might not watch the game today. I might be on YouTube. Don't let Milo know. Because
Yeah.
he asks me, did you see that specific play?
Okay, but go at it through the point of view of the industry. Because I
Okay.
think Candace is very much like, don't kid yourself. Like, this Justin guy could be good or he can be bad.
Okay.
But he really did just put money in the right spot. And I think Ryan Reynolds thought that Taylor Swift, on her just fandom, would have just taken him out.
Okay.
Instead of, he should have just gone and gotten this lawyer. They probably would have won because
It's all
they
about
did
the
a-
representation. you
it's
get.
just the way you put it
See, I don't
out
know if they
there.
would have won though. I think the truth. Well, the truth doesn't always win, especially in justice. But the truth is matters.
It's like Wicked.
Paula just watched Wicked for the
Okay.
first time.
Yeah,
I
Paula
really
did.
think so. I think.
David's going to be mad that we didn't give you a microphone. He hates editing.
Oh,
when
sorry.
You're
Okay, never mind. Go ahead. Bye.
We'll keep talking about Wicked later. But yes,
We
it
need
is.
to have you on to talk about Wicked, her
I know.
first time.
We had a big discussion, and then after I discussed it with her, I had to go discuss it with Carly. But that's a whole nother episode, dissecting Wicked.
Okay, let's do it. But we need to get her on a microphone because David's like, I
I'm
can't
sorry.
hear
Okay,
Paula
I'll
in
shut
the
up. Sorry,
background.
Well, on YouTube, you'll be able to hear it.
Yes,
That's what
you'll hear
matters.
it on YouTube.
So everyone, if you're wondering what Paula's saying, go on YouTube and listen to it.
Yes.
We're
I'm
having
being
a very,
censored. I'm just kidding.
we're having a very intense conversation about it. But yeah, please go watch it. It's just an interesting case study of people, of like behaviors and like.
On the big scale, they're all just as dumb as us. but they've
Yeah,
got the money. to
But
back 'em
I
up.
think we're not as dumb because we don't grow up with this warped sense of reality. Like
It's
truly,
probably
they really are like in their minds justified just because of their own importance.
I'm not that important, and I know it.
And I think people, you're right, that does happen even on a smaller scale. And people genuinely think that they're too important for consequences. It's like, no.
no.
Anyway, so that was the big rant for this week. What's your shallow thing, Meg?
Well, before we do that, we got to say we did pick a winner for our YouTube.
Yes, randomly, it's my friend Laura from.
Yes. Who has been our biggest fan from the get-go.
Yes, thank you, Laura, for listening and commenting and subscribing and all that. And we had a fun, so congratulations.
And we will ship that out this
Have to
week.
ship that out, yeah.
The purse will be here this week,
Yeah.
and that's our last thing we're waiting on. So, congrats, Laura.
Anyway, yeah, so shallow
My
thing.
shallow thing this week. I wrote it down 3 minutes ago, and I just had to open my book. That's how good I'm remembering. So Valentine's is a big thing nowadays. I think we discussed it last year. They ask
Yeah, I
each
love
other even when
Valentine's.
they're young. So Milo's Valentine. We just got a stuffed animal the size of the girl that is Milo's Valentine.
How cute
And it
is
was
that?
just so cute. He buckled it in the front seat as we drove home from Walmart. And
I-
it was adorable.
I just love that they're like legit asking to me why no one was doing that. I'm actually grateful no one was doing that when we were kids because I wouldn't have gotten asked.
Amen, amen. But we were checking out and saw someone we knew, and they were like, "Man, Milo, that's a big Valentine." And I was like, "Hey, I guarantee you or David haven't thought about Valentine's
Right,
yet." But it was
right.
just so cute because Milo full sends. When
Like-
he commits, he commits.
Do you remember when they did Valentine's grams? I never got one.
I know, right?
Mm-hmm.
I know. I should be the person that goes and says, "Who hasn't got one?" I need to send them to all of them.
Yes. And I like hearing about this, I love it, but I also am thinking about that tall, gangly, awkward girl who is not anyone's Valentine. Please
But
find
Milo
her.
is also nice. He's given one to another girl that struggles. that
Okay,
has-
I
they can
know
give each
Milo
other
is
presents.
adorable, and I think it's so cute. But there is like a little bit of that trauma from our youth.
Oh,
when
I
we were,
agree. I was the
we-
big goon in the corner.
I was the
who never
big goon,
danced.
the big goon in the corner.
So if
Yeah.
you're the big goon in the corner,
Yes, if you're the big goon in the corner, we
we will send you a
understand.
Valentine. Slide into our DMs.
Slide into our DMs, and I will absolutely be your
I
Valentine.
will.
Yes,
And
the
I love
tall
to give
goon.
presents, so I will give you a present.
Yes, yes, amen.
What's your shallow thing?
Okay, so my shallow thing is, because so busy with basketball, so sick, I haven't really had a chance to like
To
really.
be shallow?
No, I haven't had a chance to like really clean, and you know how I'm like kind of a clean freak,
Yeah.
but I've just been riding by the seat of my pants where my house just isn't really as clean as I normally like it.
That's where I'm at right now. It's kind of
So
frustrating.
the other day, I just, even though I felt crappy, even though, blah, 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 I decided just to clean for a couple hours. I texted you guys about it. And
Yes.
it just really healed my heart. I love
It
to
does that.
clean. I love to clean. And I'm like, gotta get back on that wagon, Jackie, because your house is looking horrible. So I got to clean. That's my shallow.
I'm going to do my closet this week and get some shoes.
Love it. Shoes
Peace
for the
out.
shoe drive.
Yeah.
Okay.